Hey guys, welcome back to Kitchen Court Cases, where we watch court in my kitchen. And today we have two cases from Judge Webster. One is a short default, and the other takes a bit longer. I hope you enjoy.
This court's going to call cause number F233970. This is in the 279th District Court of Jefferson County, Texas, and it's in the interest of Corden Spiller. The court's going to note that its docket was called at 10 a.m. this morning, and neither Mr. Jordan Spiller nor Alexius Leday appeared in court. Is that correct, Miss Alexander?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're asking to go forward and default both parties in regards to this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's check some service and see if we can do that. The court's going to find that Mr. Jordan Michael Spiller was personally served with citation in this case, the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, the LeBlanc Unit, on May the 24th of 2023. That citation returned on file May 25th of 2023. He has not filed an answer nor otherwise made an appearance. The court's going to find that Ms. Alexius Leday was also personally served with citation in this case on May the 30th of 2023. That citation returned on file on June the 1st of 2023. She has not filed an answer nor made an appearance in this case. And that both Ms. Leday and Mr. Spiller did receive notice of this hearing. It was sent to the last address for which they were served. They're not here. This case can go forward by default. All right, what you want to do?
Your Honor, the state would like to enter the state's exhibit, the TDCJ information that shows that Mr. Spiller is currently incarcerated and his projected release date is.
Hold on. You don't
sorry.
get to testify from it until I put it into evidence.
Sorry.
State's exhibit A is admitted into evidence. What's next?
And state would like to enter the state's exhibit, the pay record, and request a
State's exhibit B is admitted into evidence.
and the state would ask the child support arrears. Well, let's first start. The state would ask that the child support as to Mr. Spiller to Ms. Leday terminates as of June 1st, 2023 for child support and medical support. And the state would also ask that an arrears judgment be taken as of May 31st, 2023 for child support in the amount of $5,348.69 and set a payout to begin on that arrears, and then ask for a medical support judgment in the amount of $631.68 and set a payout towards those amount to begin and order Mr. Spiller to pay court costs. Nothing further. Nothing further, Judge.
For this jurisdiction, the court's going to find there has been a material substantial change of circumstance and find that Mr. Spiller is currently incarcerated. He's going to be there for at least the next 90 days. Therefore, as of June the 1st of 2023, his child support and his medical support will be terminated or set to zero. I will grant judgment against Mr. Spiller in favor of the state of Texas in the amount of $5,348.69 for the child support, $631.68 for the medical support. Those judgments as of May 31st of 2023. The child support judgment is going to be paid back at a rate of $50 a month. The medical support judgment at $10 a month. Both payments starting June the 1st of 2023. Court costs due by Mr. Spiller, but I'll give him until December the 31st of 2023 to pay my court costs. So that take care of all the issues in this case for you, Miss Alexander.
It certainly did, Judge. And with that, I will say hello to my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Kitchen Court Cases, where we watch court in my kitchen. That was just a little unreleased video that I had made earlier today, but I want to say hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I want to know what you had for dinner tonight. I want you to take your medicine. I want you to drink some water. I'm going to be cooking tonight, so we have to get a move on. However, let's get one thing straight. clock in for your shifts by hitting that like button. That's very helpful for YouTube Daddy, as we know. And yeah, tell me about dinner. Sylvia's here from Cape Breton on the east coast of Canada. I am on the west coast of Canada, where it is still beautiful and bright outside, as you can see. Lisa, it's your birthday today. You're drinking Mike's Mango #4. You have a choice. Do you want me to sing to you? If you do, I will. If you don't, I won't. That's your gift. You get to choose. Let's see. What else have we got going on today? You guys, there's been lots of court. Okay, our Fulmer had grilled chicken with beans. Sushina had the big D for dinner. Interesting. Okay. I thought your husband was away, Sushina. I'm joking. Um, Okay, Lisa would like me to sing. I will do so. I'm pre-warning you, I am not a singer. But is anybody else's birthday? If it is your birthday, say something now or just know happy birthday. Um, okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lisa Figueroa, whose name is never pronounced correctly. Happy birthday to you. And it's Grammy Rita's birthday today too. I'll do it again for her. I will when she joins us. Of course, my friends. Thank you for putting up with me. It feels like I run a burger bar here in the kitchen. I make burgers a lot. I don't know if that says something about the other things I make or if it says that I make great burgers. I'm gonna go with great burgers. Karen, hello, hello. Laura, welcome, welcome. Tanya's here. Gosh, what day is it? What day of the week is it? Is it Thursday? I think it's Thursday. So, yeah, I'll be honest with you. I worked on other stuff today. I didn't catch the TPOs. I let the boys and everybody else grab those. I know that we will get to see them and I'm excited for it. But we have a few things for us to watch tonight. And like I said, I'm cooking, so I need to be able to sort of move around. Like there's stuff in the oven right now that I cannot mess up. So I need to be able to just do that. Also, what was I going to say? Yes, it is Thursday. So Lisa Figueroa had a breakfast sandwich for dinner. 2 more mics start on wine. Okay, my daughter came home from her outing today. She's not yet 15, and she's wearing a shirt that says "Save." What does it say? Save water, drink wine. I think that's what it says. Anyways, okay. So what? Oh, Sushina. That's what we're gonna start with. We're gonna start with a little POV, I guess. I don't know. No, probably not. I wouldn't call that. We're going to visit Sushina on her farm. Sushina, can you enlighten us with the names of the main suspect in this video? I don't know if the police are involved yet. Obviously, anybody is considered innocent until proven guilty. But, this is pretty ramming evidence. And I just want to, oh, Albus Dumbledore. Absolutely. I knew it was him. So, folks, without further ado, please put your hands together for a moment in the life of Sushina. Oh, and Donna, thank you so much. Look at that. Orlando Chiquita sending me the lovely little pair saying, hey, you. Hi, Miguel. Make sure you guys have clocked in for your shift. Seriously, is it Albus Dumbledore? Are you serious, Sushina? Because that's hilarious. Your 1-year-old ram who's got it's ramming evidence. Did nobody catch that pun? Seriously. Anyways, I'm going to play this for a moment. It's his registered name. First of all, I barely registered my kid's name. That's what oh no, those are goats. But you've registered. Anyways, let's just watch. Come on, kid.
Nice. Yeah, that's nice. You're a mighty impressive boy. You're mighty impressive. Okay. Go ahead. Eat the grass. You guys need to do a better job of eating all this grass. Hello, chicken. What you looking at me for? Go eat the grass. Hey, Bits. You are so huge. Bits is so huge. Okay, fine. Hey, 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 hey!
I'm happy to report that Sushina is here in the chat with us. We can be assured that she is okay. Like I said, the TPO ex parte hearing is pending at the moment. They're having a really hard time serving Albus. He just literally disapparates all the time, and they just can't catch him. So there's that trouble. But anyways, gosh, I am a Harry Potter nerd. Anyways, we are moving swiftly along to our next item up on the evening docket, if you will, or the chopping block. I don't know. Um, I had it here. Oh, yeah. So, of course, Sushina, I'm going to add your page to my channel as well because I do want people to subscribe to your absolutely quality content, and I'm not being like facetious about that. It's sometimes to me like so weird which channels are like. Anyway, regardless, your content is great. Brian and Kimmy clocking in. Thank you for being here, guys. What did you have for dinner? Also, Kimmy, what craft are you working on right now? Can you tell me a craft to do with popcorn kernels? I'm just trying to test your craft knowledge. Um, so I was going to go straight into Big D, but actually I am going to. Well, Lisa, here's the beauty. I don't, I know people get worried about like, the crowds that might stampede us one day, but here's the thing. The amount of people that watch the lives is actually very, very, very slim comparatively to the amount of people that watch the videos. So the growth of the channel is mostly due to my renewed effort at posting videos lately. Not to say that the lives are not important. They're actually what I enjoy most and what I will continue to do. But I have to post videos in order to do these, if that makes any sense. And so the thing is, I know you guys love me and I love you, but my appeal is not as wide ranging as we think. Do you know what I mean? I I can read very fast, Lisa, and don't you worry. I Let's check it. We'll keep checking in. And I want y'all to tell me if I seem out of touch with things. But the reality about me is that this is who I am when the camera's on, when the camera's off, when it's lights out, bedtime, when I'm supposed to be quiet, I ain't. So the lives will continue to be me. Actually, recently there was a comment on one of the videos and they said, "I really like your channel, but I wish you would just stop talking. It's so intrusive on these videos." And I was just like, I will absolutely not stop talking. I'm not even going to pretend like I'll talk less. In fact, I thought I talked a lot less on that video they commented on, and I only did that to get the good light. It was selfish. I was like, shut up so that you can get good light. It wasn't because I thought I should talk less. And yet that was the video they said I talk so much on. I was just like, this might not be for you. And that's okay. You know, I love it. I'm not going to stop talking. So don't you worry. The lives will be like this, and they'll probably continue to comment like that. It'll probably become part of our weekly ritual where we have to go through the lives, and I'll need y'all to like come through and like check out the comments and be like, oh, look at these sad people. I know. Raven, I totally understand. Like, I'm not even like upset about it or even bothered. I just think it's funny because, oh, that's the other thing. In my rules of my channel, if you guys see the comments or whatever where it says guidelines for this channel, it specifically says, oh, because the person complained about the off-topicness and randomness. And in there, you can only do 3 instructions, okay? 3 instructions. I had to pick 3. The last one in all caps is off-topicness and randomness is encouraged. And I'm not quite sure if it was misconstrued that I meant y'all, which I do, but I meant me. I am going to be random and off topic. Thank you, next. Like, that's just the way it's going to be. So, anyways, I appreciate the hopes for the growth and, well, we'll see. Hi, Courtney. My phone. Okay. Oh yeah, don't be a dick, period, Karen. But also don't be a dick, give the like a click. I'm really loving saying that. Okay, so well, like I said, I was gonna finish or just start the bond hearings right away, but we're gonna watch the next clip of Judge Webster. I haven't released this yet, but I did edit it down and I pulled out quite a bit of dead time, but there is seriously like quite a bit of back and forth, and it's a unique case. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Lisa, it's your birthday. We're gonna forgive you about the like button today, but um oh, that's weird, Jody. That's super weird. Um, but again, you know what? Blocking people is actually pretty good. Like, if somebody wants to block somebody else, like Streamlabs, for example, if you're like, God, that guy is like spamming chat, you can block him. I joke about that, but that's real. Like, if there's games going on in our chat that you all earn points for and you play with, but if you don't want to do that, you can absolutely block Streamlabs, but you can block anybody you want. And so, like, for example, who is it? Oh God, what's his name? Time served. No, I'm just joking. I'm kidding. I was trying to think of something who I could say that about and not hurt their feelings, and it settled just on Phil. So, seriously, if you can pick anybody and block them for whatever reason for a short period of time or forever. Um, and remember, people on the internet are people on the internet, right? You can easily move to the next thing. That's why I love the community that we have here, because it's such a welcoming and like encouraging community. And you know, actually though, okay, sorry, Jody, you reminded me of something. Who was it? Was it Laura in Michigan? When I first started, um, mentioned to me that most of my comments are automatically flagged in certain other chats. And I realized, like, oh, I just say what I want. And until I was a creator, I still don't necessarily think that the comment, YouTube Daddy, I don't know, close your ears if you don't want to hear this, but I don't think that the comments, or sorry, the live chat, I get held accountable for, to be honest. I haven't found that actual rule. No, Brian and Kimmy, I didn't see that message. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. But so I don't think that that's like something that they hold you accountable for anyways. And you can say fuck. Like, it's okay. I don't I think it's okay. Even I say fuck. But anyway, so what I realized though is that you could um like I might have been a pain in the ass for other channels by accident, just because of being like myself and how I am and how I want our chat to be. I there's no there shouldn't be any moderation requirements in this chat like I've seen in other chats where they withhold, right, guys? Tell me if I'm wrong about that. But um anyways, regardless. It's been how many minutes? Yeah. If you're just tuning in, you're like, oh my God, this lady talks. Yes, I certainly do. We do, Karen, remember George Carlin. Absolutely. Oh, Raven, last thing. I'm going to be honest with you. Look at, first of all, Beth. Sweet. Um, earlier today, you mentioned that I was thick. And I'll tell you, that was the first time in my life that's ever happened to me. And I had a moment to realize and to think about it. And I just want to thank you for giving me a first. I don't get a lot of firsts anymore. Anyways. And I know it, like, it's not, it wasn't an insult, and it wasn't like anything. I remember it. But I did run 3.5 kilometers after you called me that. So thank you. That's what I wanted to thank you for. Okay. We're gonna finish watching this Judge Webster video. This is a unique case, and we also see a mystery person, arm, being come into the frame. Somebody the other night, was it Search for Spock, who was saying that they wanted to see a paranormal experience on Zoom Court? Or maybe it was She's a Maker. I can't remember. Well, no, what I said I could do is no, Raven, and I know you meant it as a compliment, and I didn't take it as a not compliment. And I'm being honest, I've gained quite a bit of weight since COVID. I used to be quite a bit thinner. But I'll be honest, camera angles can be helpful. And so my boobs might look huge. They might not be as big as that. However, what I said I could do was have my knees up here like that lady in the video was. And so she was, oh, see, I'm going to have to. Thank you, Jonathan. Okay, guys, hold on. This dress is long enough that I can do this. So, okay, see, like, this is the squat that she was doing. God, thank the Lord. I do not wear underwear. Oh my. But do you see my knees? Oh, I can crap. Well, over here. So. So, and I also ran 3.5 kilometers today. So, but I'm going to be honest, I'm also a little out of breath from that. Whew, okay. Judge Webster, you got to take it away, man. Shit.
Recording in progress.
This course will call Q242462. This is in the 317th District Court of Jefferson County, Texas, and it's in the interest of Kip Layton III. All right, let's see what we got here. This appears to be a petition under the Uniform Interstate Family Support Act.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's see if we got some service. Well, actually, I see an answer file.
I forgot I got fancy. So the Uniform Interstate Family Support Act, or the UIFSA, is one of the uniform acts crafted by the National Conference of Commissioners on Uniform State Laws in the United States.
Look at the answer.
Yeah, I did. People in court. Did you just see me pop a squat too?
Well, it looks like Mr. Layton is saying he takes care of his son, and
The act limits the jurisdiction that can properly establish and modify child support orders and addresses the enforcement of child support obligations within the United States.
huh, interesting. You got acknowledgments of paternity for this child?
Yes, you do. Yes, I do, Your Honor. I'm going to be entering it as an exhibit, and it is also attached to the U.S. pleading.
I wonder why he put in his answer that the child Caden is not his. Caden is not part of this lawsuit.
Yeah, I was a little confused.
Well, I
as to
mean,
that one too.
I'll go along.
This one's unreleased people in court, so we could figure it out. I love you too. Don't worry. We josh with each other, guys. Don't worry. I mean, yeah. He's okay. I have to say this. I read this in the frickin' I think Jody, I think I might have that too, but I'm not Handy P, and I've been diagnosed with like hypermobility in a lot of ways. But anyways, um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, guys, exactly. In fact, right now, um, I can't unsee when I look at it what I see now. Um, Judge Webster looks like Franklin the turtle who's coming out of his shell. It was a comment in one of the videos that said he looked like a turtle. Now I cannot unsee it. When he moves around like this, he looks exactly like a turtle coming out of his shell with his neck. And look at his mouth. He looks like a turtle who's going to go to eat right now. And Judge Webster, I love you so much. Please don't ever, as if you're going to watch this, but if you were ever to watch this, wow. First of all, Franklin the turtle, legend. We could both wish to have Franklin's fame, I think. Uh, Anyways, it's a compliment.
On with his answer that Caden is not his child, since the child is not part of my lawsuit. So, but I'm not gonna make that finding because I don't have any pleadings on file, so I don't have any jurisdiction with that child. So I'm sorry, Mr. Layton, I'm not gonna be able to help you there. All right. But he does say that he takes care of Kip. Let's see if you sent him notice of this hearing. See, when did you send it? Oh, you sent this way back. Look at that. Court's going to find that certified mail notice of the setting was sent to Mr. Layton. He's not here. This case can go forward by default. All right. So he filed an answer. You sent him cert mail notice of the hearing. He's not here. You're asking to default. Let's see what the other state is asking for.
So to clarify, this is a request from another state for child support, and that's why it's covered by the UIFSA, which is basically the interstate agreement for these types of things. The way he says it, it bugs you, Richard. I love it. I can't barely say it. I can't stop picturing him maybe being in Finding Nemo now, like as a turtle, just like surfing through the thing like a judge.
So the other state's asking for current and retro.
Yes, Your Honor, current child support, current medical support, and retroactive child support as of January 17th, 2019.
Okay. Well, they can't have it. That was pretty definitive, huh? I will give it to him from February the 1st of 2019, based on what mom says. What's the date of birth of the child, Miss Alexander?
Oh, the date of birth of the child. Oh, goodness gracious me. I have that in my notes. And the date of birth of the child is January 17th, 2019.
Yeah, you can't have child support for 2 weeks before the child was born. Come on. Come on, y'all.
That's what the other states are asking for, Judge.
I understand. Well, they can't have it. Court's going to take judicial notice of its own file.
And Judge, I can enter the Louisiana acknowledgement of paternity as an exhibit if you need be.
I don't. It's attached to your
Okay.
petition. That's sufficient.
I wasn't sure.
No, you're good. You know, generally speaking, I like the Odyssey, except for UFSA cases.
Oh, why's that?
Takes too long to scroll through the pages.
Oh, it's a lot of pages.
How do you do that? That takes too long too. I mean, if I click on the page, it's no faster than if I do this.
Well, maybe if you know about what page it's going to be on.
See the information. I've seen enough UFC packets in my life to know where I'm looking.
Well, that's what I'm
Problem is, I
saying,
don't
if-
see, I can't find where the mother is giving me information about why she's entitled to retroactive child support. Did she tell him he was the daddy? Did they live together?
I can't even. Yeah, you can enlarge it so where you're not having to.
I don't mind that.
look
I
in
know what
there.
I'm looking for. I just don't see it.
You can still enlarge it because it's kind of small print. You see where you can enlarge it?
Yeah, it's right here.
No, that's not it.
Oh,
Look right
okay.
here. It does it automatically for you.
Where is her general testimony? Not, that's, it says general testimony, but it's not. Just because it's titled general testimony at the top doesn't mean it's actually general testimony. If you look, half of it's not even filled in, which is fine. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, no, this is not me ghosting him literally. I'm trying to see, there it is. It's actually, we see something quite funny here in a moment with her. First of all, he's complained about having to scroll too much, which I totally get, sort of. Anyways, I really, really like that, at least in this instance, everyone here seems really relaxed and like it's important in a workplace. This is cool. He seems like a cool boss. Like his clerk's coming over and sort of like doing a little reprimand. Like that's a good sign to me in a judge. Oh, Lisa, yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I would take that for a spin. I'd have some questions too for him, but anyways. Um, yeah, I think it is his clerk. Let's get going.
You see where you can enlarge it?
Yeah, it's right here.
No, that's not it.
Oh,
Look right
okay.
here. It does it automatically for you.
Where is her general testimony? Not, that's, it says general testimony, but it's not. Just because it's titled general testimony at the top doesn't mean it's actually general testimony. If you look, half of it's not even filled in, which is fine. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, there's usually that page where it.
Yep. I mean, I just, you know,
Hi, Alex.
you got the AOP, so I know the date of birth.
Mhm.
Okay, there it is. It's in on page 13.
Your page 8.
Oh, yeah, page 8 of 10, general testimony. I'm sorry.
But page 13 of the actual document.
Oh, she says he's made no direct payments.
Right. So that answers one of my questions.
It was an acknowledgement of paternity, so he signed that. So he knew at the time that the birth.
Oh, wait, that might answer one of my questions. Let me see. They weren't living together. It's in the AOP that way. All right, so you're good there. So Miss Alexander, correct me if I'm wrong, you never actually served him in this case.
Yes, we did, Judge.
Oh, did you? Okay, hold on, wait.
Mhm.
There's like
Let me look
4
'em up.
different ones in the court file. No,
Let me
that
look.
one's not served.
Yep. Shows we got him served on March 15th, 2023 at 535.
Don't say
Drive.
it. Don't say it.
My apologies.
That's okay. Okay. I mean, he filed an answer, so you were good there anyway, but I wanted to make sure that he's actually lives in Jefferson County. All right. So you got him served, you got an AOP. The mother says that he never paid or anything. They obviously weren't living together. The acknowledgement of paternity has 2 different addresses, one for her, for one to him. So you're good there. And you're asking for retroactive child support in this case.
Yes, Your Honor. And I would like to call Ms. Boudreaux.
You can't. She hasn't been sworn.
I'd like to get Ms. Boudreaux sworn in, Your Honor.
There you go. Now you can. Lola Boudreaux, please unmute. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Thank you, ma'am. You put your hand down. Go ahead, Ms. Alexander. You witness Ms. Ward.
Thank you. Ms. Boudreaux, what is your full name?
Lola Boudreaux,
And where do you currently work?
Office of the Attorney General,
And how long you've been working there?
20 years.
And what are your job duties?
Currently financial specialist, but we review wages and calculate child support.
Okay. Were you able to find any information as it relates to Mr. Kip Layton? As to
I
any
have.
income earned?
I
Did you
have,
find
yeah.
Did you find anything for the first quarter of 2023?
I did not find any wages first quarter 2023.
Did you find any wages for the complete year of 2022?
Complete wages for 2022, 33,401. I had a couple of different trucking companies.
Okay.
So total monthly would be total monthly average 2,780.42 for the year 2022.
Sorry, how much was that?
Average monthly 2,783.42.
And that was for the entire year of 2022, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you find any reported income for the year 2021?
I did not.
Did you find anything for the year 2020?
I did not.
Did you find anything for 2019?
I did not.
Do you happen to, did you see if Mr. Layton had any other children other than this child before the court?
I did not find any other children.
No further questions, Your Honor.
You said that you did have wages for 2022, Ms. Boudreaux?
Yes, sir, and I can testify to those quarterly
Okay,
if you'd
well,
like.
You did. You told me it was like $2,700 a month.
Yes, sir. 2783.42. Yes, sir.
Right. No other dependents?
No other dependents.
No.
May have left in too much. It's almost done though. And then we'll get on to bond court, big D bond court.
All right, so what thank you, Ms. Boudreaux. What you asking for, Ms. Alexander?
Well, I mean, we are showing no current information for him, Your Honor, no current. I would ask the court to at least base it on minimum wage.
That's
Based
granted.
on the,
So you want minimum wage child support, medical support based on a minimum wage presumption
yes, Your Honor,
with no other dependents?
with no other dependents, yes, Your Honor.
All right. So what about the retro? What are you asking for in the retro?
Your Honor, the issuing state is asking that retro child support, albeit it does say January.
Yeah, you can't go back that far. 48
Yes.
months is all you can go back. Now, 48 months is all I'm going back.
Yes, and the state would ask for that, what's reasonable under the code. We only have 1 year of income.
Right.
We have nothing for the other 3 years, and presume that that would at least be minimum wage.
Okay. That's granted. Of course, going to find the court has jurisdiction. Of course, going to find that Mr. Layton should be ordered to pay child support under the Uniform Interstate Family Support Act with no other dependents with a minimum wage presumption. Child support in this case will be $225 a month plus $25 a month in cash medical. Those payments beginning, let's say 7/1 of 2023. Retroactive child support was requested by the other state. That will be granted. I will find that retroactive child support is granted in the amount of $13,680. That'll be paid back at a rate of $100 per month. Court cost by Mr. Layton, but I'll give him until December 31st of 2023. How's that?
One clarification, the payout of $100, I'm assuming that's going to begin July 1st, 2023, Your Honor?
Same as the regular child support. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
That take care of all the issues before me in regards to this.
Well, guys.
Well, previous kitchen, you don't get this limelight. No, ma'am. That's for me right now, live. I am just crafting the dinner while we get Bond Court set up. If you're new here, Bond Court is a game that we like to play. Okay, but insert funny name. We have not sorted out the accent mystery. I still disbelieve the Scottishness regardless. We are going to play one of our lovely games that we really enjoy with a judge that we all love. And that would be Daniel Nagel down in Clayton County, Georgia. And the game is Big D Bond Court. And the name of that game is, no, that was the name of the game. The object of the game is to have fun. But in how we have fun is by voting on the participants as they come up to see if they will pick if they will go for a court-appointed attorney, if they will want to hire their own attorney, if they don't understand the assignment, if they are a subsidiate, or if they are going to get the big D from Dismissal Dan. And if you're new here, you're thinking, how often does cases get dismissed? That's what I first thought. They get dismissed enough that we have an emoji for this. If we see a big dismissal tonight, you will see this flash across the screen. If I'm on it, shit. Oh, the bun almost burnt. It didn't quite burn, but almost burnt. Okay. I know, Raven, but here's the thing. It's a complicated game. But regardless, without further ado, I have to figure out which one we were on. Right here. Also, the backstory for this judge, I believe he is a very judge who's not actually a judge. He broke into the jail a long time ago and did this is all obviously fake, but did a hearing for his friends because they're, hey, Daniel, remember that you can pretend to be a judge? And he was like, yeah, I guess I could do that one time for you guys. But then he's just sort of kept going.
We're ready.
And that's the way it goes.
Okay. All right, then. Live. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is September the 25th, 2022. This is Clayton County Magistrate Court first appearance. My name is Judge Daniel Nagel. Before I meet with each person individually, I'm going to go over a couple of ground rules and information for you to help make this process more easy and efficient for everyone involved. First and foremost, this is an informative hearing and not an evidentiary hearing. What that means is this is not a hearing for you to present evidence or for you to give any type of evidence of why you shouldn't be charged, why the officer made a mistake, why you're innocent, what alibis you have, or what defenses that you have. So if you want to do that, save that for an evidentiary hearing. Don't go into the facts and circumstances of your case. And I really don't plan on asking you much about the facts and circumstances of your case. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you the charges against you, bond, if you're going to receive a bond on all or some of your cases, if there are any special conditions of your bond, and your next court appearance if you are still incarcerated and not out on bond. Now, the most common types of special conditions are no contact. So no contact is exactly what it sounds like. If I tell you not to have any contact with someone, that means that they don't exist in your world. That means you forget about them existing, okay? Don't try to message them. Don't try to call them. Don't pass messages through friends and family. Don't try to use social media, Kik, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever it is that you think that you can use, because guess what? They will tell on you and turn that over to law enforcement, all right? The next common type of special condition is a no violent contact. No violent contact means you can still have contact with that person, just don't do anything to make them think that it's going to be violent. No yelling, no screaming, no cussing, slamming doors, punching the air, kicking at things, throwing things, anything that would make someone reason believe that violence is going to occur. And then lastly, the other common type of special conditions is a stay away provision from a certain location. So if there's a stay away provision from a certain location, don't go back there. Someone doesn't want you there, or I believe that it's a risk to yourself and or other people for you to be at that location. If it's a store, find somewhere else to shop. If it's a house, find somewhere else to live. Just don't go back to that, because a violation of any of the special conditions of your bond means that you have violated a court order and you subject yourself to even more charges. I believe violation of a court order is a felony, all right? And if you come back on a violation of a court order, guess what a judge is very unlikely going to do? Grant you a bond, because you have already shown that you can't listen to a judge by violating their order. So take it very seriously. Don't play around with your freedoms. If you are out on bond and you think that you can get away with violating your bond, okay? And these bonds will stay in effect until either A, your case is resolved completely, or B, you or a lawyer gets it modified. Once you have a modified bond order, then you can abide by those conditions. But until then, your bond today, if you get one, is going to be in effect until one of those things happens. I'll also go over with you your next court date, which is a preliminary hearing date. Your preliminary hearing is an evidentiary hearing. There you can present evidence, or you can have your lawyer present evidence to either the solicitor's office or the district attorney's office about either facts or circumstances that are mitigating in your case, and they can work out a deal to either come to a plea negotiation of all the charges, reduce charges, some of the charges being dismissed, the whole case being dismissed, or they can negotiate your bond, okay? But that's going to be your preliminary hearing, not today, all right? For most of you, your next preliminary hearing date is either going to be October the 10th or October the 11th. Now, if you bond out of jail, you do not need to appear for your preliminary hearing date. Let me repeat, if you bond out, you do not need to go to your preliminary hearing date. Your case will automatically be sent to the solicitor's office for misdemeanors or to the district attorney's office for felonies. You'll need to make sure that your contact information is up to date with the sheriff's department and the clerk's office of Clayton County to make sure you don't miss your arraignment date. So if you bond out, Your next court date won't be your preliminary hearing. It'll be your arraignment. All right. Now, at the end, I will give you an opportunity to ask a question. However, your question should primarily be limited to what are the charges against me? What is my bond amount? And when is my next court date? If it goes beyond those three questions, I'm probably not going to be of much value to you because I don't want to know what defenses that you have. All right. Also, I do not control how quickly you will be able to bond out. I believe we have approximately 30 people. I will get these bond orders signed and sent over to the sheriff's office as quickly as I can. They will work diligently to get you processed as quickly as they can. So we ask that you please be patient with all of us as we're all doing our job as quickly and as efficiently as we can, but we want to make sure that we do a good job and do it correctly. All right. Lastly, I do not control how much a bonding company charges. So if you ask me if your bond is $1,000, if you ask me how much it is, I'm going to tell you right now, typically bonding companies are somewhere between 15 and 20%. That's not a law that they have to be within that. I'm just kind of giving you my experience as being a practicing lawyer for over 10 years. COVID may have pushed things a little bit higher, but typically it's around 15 to 20%. I don't know the requirements that you need to bond out. You'll need to discuss that with the bonding company. If you want to pay your bond directly to the sheriff's department, you may do so. You'll need to speak with them about that process, okay? I cannot order them to do anything specific for any of you on your cases. So I'm telling you right now, if your questions aren't limited to what are the charges against me, how much is my bond, are there any special conditions, and when is my next court date, I would suggest that you save those questions for your lawyer, okay? Now, each of you were given an opportunity to fill out an application for court-appointed counsel. If you filled it out, I will review it and make sure that you are qualified for a court-appointed attorney. If you did not fill it out, I can only assume that you want to represent yourself or that you are going to hire your own attorney. Otherwise, you would have filled it out. So if you didn't fill it out, again, I'm going to assume that you do not want a court-appointed attorney. And if you have now changed your mind, I'm going to have to ask you questions on the record because this is being recorded and live streamed on YouTube. So anybody could go back and watch this, including the prosecutor's office with the Solicitor General's office or the DA's office, which is again.
Or even a lady in her kitchen from Canada. She can, in fact, go and watch these cases to a number of people who are her friends. Yes, this is in Clayton County, Georgia, folks. Clayton County, Georgia is contiguous, which means it touches Fulton County, which is where our goddess Judge Manning is from. We bow to thee, Judge Manning. But imagine some of the wait times in it's just a county away. Also, is Grammy Rita here yet for her birthday? So you know what? As a matter of fact, wouldn't it be like likely that the people that are told to stay out of Fulton County go to Clayton County?
A common theme of why you should not talk about the facts and circumstances of your case. Okay. Now, before we begin, I need everyone to please raise their right hand. All right, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you swear or affirm that any statements that you may give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can say, I do.
I do.
All right, you may put your hand down. So we're going to start with the females first, and we will go with the males. All right. All right, ma'am. What's your full name?
Maria Bakes.
Okay. Give me just a second.
Larry Beaver.
Give me just a second, Ms. Bates. I have you on my list. I wonder if I put you in the wrong file. Yeah. Yeah, you close the door. All the way. Okay. All right, Ms. Bates, you are here on one count of obstruction of an officer, which is a misdemeanor, and one count of giving a false name, date of birth, which is also a misdemeanor. I am going to grant a bond on both of those charges. I don't particularly like misdemeanor obstruction, but there was enough there. So unfortunately, I'm not going to dismiss it for you, but I am going to set a very low bond for you. So the bond on each charge is going to be $1,000. Okay, so your total bond is going to be $2,000. Are you going to be able to make that bond?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, very good. Now you may or may not have a hold out of another county. So if you make that bond, they'll go ahead and get you over to the other county so you can address that other issue. Okay.
Okay.
You know, I can't tell you whether you should or shouldn't make the bond. I can just tell you the faster you make your bond, the faster they'll get you over so you can resolve that other issue. Okay. Now you don't have any other special conditions of your bond other than to please don't violate the law while you're out on bond. Your next court date would be October the 11th, but if you bond out, you don't have to go to that. Now, would you like to hire your own attorney or would you like a court-appointed attorney?
A court-appointed attorney.
Okay. All right, well, I'll review that, and so I will grant that request. Now, do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck to you.
Good luck to you, lady. Also,
All right,
let's
what's your
just,
name now?
Mr. Nagel, Judge, here we go. This is dinner, folks. We have a burger tonight. There's no lettuce, but we have all the other stuff. There's avocado, tomato, a special mayo. We have served with the split basket, which is fries and onion rings. And I believe it'll be ordered with a Dr. Pepper. It's one of my regular customers, so I'm gonna go ahead and just grab and bring that to her. Not sure if that's what she's gonna want. Anyways, let's continue. I hope you guys are enjoying so far. I think most of us got that one right there. So let's just keep count. This is the first of 30, he said, and he was already itching to dismiss something. Love you, Dan.
Morning, Tatiana Elliott.
All right.
Yes, avocado on a burger. Yes.
Give me just a moment, Miss Elliott. All right, Miss Elliott, you are here on one count of battery family violence, which is a misdemeanor. Let's see.
No dismissal. He just wanted to, Sushina.
I am going to grant a bond in this case. The bond is going to be $2,500. Okay. Now, you do have a special condition of your bond to not have any contact with Latrice Grimes. Who is that to you? Is that somebody that you're related to or no? I'm sorry?
My mother.
Your mother. Okay, got you. Let me turn my volume up a second because I know with the mask on, it's difficult for me to hear y'all sometimes. All right, I think that was the issue. Okay, do you live with your mom or do you live somewhere else?
No, I live with her.
Okay. 22 plus 10. So 32, 31 years old, correct?
Correct.
Do you have anywhere else that you can go?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to put a stay away from the residents because here's why. I'm telling you to stay away from your mom. Now, if you need to go back and get your belongings, I'm going to put on your court order that you can go there. Okay. But don't just show up waving the paper, talking about the judge said I could be here. Let me get my stuff, right? Because we don't want any issues for you. We don't want any issues for your mom. Go to the sheriff's office and take your bond order with them and say that, hey, the judge signed this saying that I can go get my stuff. I need somebody to go with me. That way, everybody's cool, calm, collected. You can go get your things. Nobody's getting rowdy and out of pocket, and you can go get your stuff. Now, once your case is closed, or you can get a lawyer and they change your conditions, you can go around your mom. But for now, just for the sake of everybody's peace and tranquility, just make sure you don't have any contact with her just yet. Okay. All right. Let me see. No other real special conditions other than just don't violate the law anymore. I don't think that should be a problem for you. Your next court date is going to be October the 11th, but if you bond out, you don't need to appear for that court date, okay? Just make sure your information is, I'm sorry?
No, I was just gonna, I'll wait till the end because you said save the questions for the end, correct?
Yes, that's right. Very good. Thank you very much. So if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date. Now, do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want me to appoint one for you?
Can you appoint one for me, please?
Okay. All right, I will do that. Now, what's your question?
I have to pay the full 2,500.
If you go through the sheriff's department, yes, and there may be some fees in addition to that, but if you go through a bonding.
That's weird to me. The fees in addition to that. I almost forgot Nana's small sampler plate. Here we go. If you notice, I cook for other people. I don't cook for me very often.
Company, it's like I said before, it's usually about 15 to 20%, maybe a little bit lower, maybe a little bit higher, but that's a good kind of benchmark. So 10% would be $250 plus 125, that's 375. Let's say somewhere between 375 and 425. That's about what you're looking at, okay?
Okay.
All right, now that's quick judge math. That's not a guarantee by me, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Do you have any other questions?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you. Please don't come back.
Thank you.
All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Lacey Miller.
All right. All right, Miss Miller, give me just a second. Let me get this here. All right, Miss Miller, you're just charged with driving on a suspended license. It's a misdemeanor offense as far as I can tell. And I am going to grant a bond of $1,500. Are you going to be able to make that?
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right. So the bond is $1,500. Your next court date is October the 11th, but if you bond out, you don't need to appear for that court date. You don't have any special conditions of your bond other than not to violate the law, which means make sure you get your license situation handled. You know, I don't know, I can't tell on the face of what it is that has your license suspended, but go and take care of that because we don't have a great public transportation system. So I understand that you might need to drive for work or family business or whatever you're doing, but you know, unfortunately, you're not doing it legally. So just make sure you get that taken care of, okay? Do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want me to appoint one for you?
You can appoint one for me, please.
Okay. All right, I'll do that. Do you have any questions about your case?
No.
Okay. All right. Very good. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Mary Moore.
All right. You were charged with one count of sexual assault by a law enforcement agency employee, which is a felony. I am going to grant a bond in your case. The bond is going to be $5,000.
I'm sorry, what? We have to go back. I'm busy fucking doing something here and what? What the hell? Hi, Chris. Um, I'm not even gonna say what I think I thought that was. I'm just gonna go back and let Judge say it again.
You are charged with one count of sexual assault by a law enforcement agency employee, which is a felony. I am going to grant a bond.
Okay, I didn't miss. I didn't. I. I don't think I misheard it. It's SA by a law enforcement a agency or employee. That's serious. That's like really serious. That should be an absolute felony. And what? Like what? Talking red flags here? Like dang, son. Larry, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Let's keep going. Oh, Lisa.
In your case, the bond is going to be $5,000. You are going to have a special condition to stay away from Devon Carter, which I don't think should be a problem. Your next court date is going to be on October the 11th. If you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. Now you have the option to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
I believe we get a lawyer. I mean, you can, if you appoint one, can I
Uh-huh.
still, if I get one and then he can just leave?
That's correct. Yeah, if you want me to appoint one and then you want to change your mind, then you can do that. That's not a problem.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, I will do that for you. All right. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you. All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Sierra Robinson.
Okay. All right, Ms. Robinson, you are here on one count of criminal trespass, which is a misdemeanor charge. And so I am going to grant the bond. The bond is going to be $2,500. Now I understand the other person involved in this, is that your?
Hold on. I was so distracted by what the charge was, I forgot. What was the bond that he just gave her on that? On the previous lady? I need to know because 2,500 for trespassing, you better believe that other one 5,000. No, it's not even close to just two, like double. Like, okay.
Is that your husband?
Yes, we're in the middle of a divorce. I filed for divorce in August.
And when?
I filed for divorce in August.
Of last year?
Of this year.
Oh, I see. I got you. Okay, that's fine. So you two do not live together. Is that correct?
No, he moved out back in like March, around that time.
Okay. Let's see.
He's saying that I did that, which I didn't.
I got you. Well, remember what I said. Don't say anything like that because it's being recorded. So anything you say, they could go back and look at it. Okay. I mean, I know that's not harmful to you, but it's best that you just save that between yourself and your attorney. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, then y'all are going through that situation. So just don't, not that I think you would, but it's going to be a special condition to not have any contact with him. Okay. Now, if you're doing things through your lawyers, that's fine, whatever. Just don't do it directly with him. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh, Your next court date is going to be on October the 11th, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date, okay?
Okay.
Now, do you want to hire your own attorney or would you like me to appoint one for you?
I can get an appointed attorney.
Okay. All right. I will do that for you. Now, do you have any questions about your case?
So you said the bond was $2,500 and I'll
That's
get
right.
an appointed, and it won't be on the 11th. It'll be weeks from that date.
If you bond out your arraignment date, it could take months. It might be a year. I don't know how long the solicitor's office is taking, but it won't be. I don't know. Just make sure that your information is good with the clerk's office. Okay.
Okay, we do have 2 kids, so he get them sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you said contact.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you can have contact with your children and things like that, but you'll need to arrange to get them when he's not there. I'm just going to give you an example. If your parents or friends get them from him and then meet you at McDonald's or something like that, you might have to,
Okay.
yeah, get creative, but just don't have any direct contact with him. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Very good. Any other questions?
No, I'll just wait on the date for the arraignment.
Okay. All right. Very good. Good luck to you.
All right.
All right. What's your name?
Ray, R-A-Y.
Okay. All right, Miss Ray, give me just a moment.
This lady's so tall. What the hell?
All right, Miss Ray, you are here on 1 count of aggravated assault and 1 count of terroristic threats. Those are both felonies. I am going to grant a bond on both counts. The bond on the aggravated assault is going to be $10,000. The bond on the on the terroristic threat is going to be $5,000. So the total bond is $15,000. Let me say it again. The total bond is $15,000. Also, you're not to have any contact with Danny Ray. Now, were y'all staying at the same residence?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have somewhere else that you can live?
Yes, my son told me he left. He left.
Well, let me see. I'm gonna put on here because if he's staying there, if Mr. Ray is staying at the address of where this took place, 8251 Greenview Drive, as long as he's there, you can't go back. Okay. However, I'm gonna put in the bond order that if you need to get some belongings there, you can go to the sheriff's office and they'll go with you so you can get your so that you can get your stuff. Okay. But just don't show up by yourself. Make sure you go with a deputy because they're witnesses, right? They can witness that you will peacefully and calmly get your belongings and then leave. Okay. Now your next court date is going to be October the 10th. If you are still incarcerated. If you're not incarcerated, then you don't have to worry about going to that particular court date. Okay. Now, do you want to hire your own attorney or would you like me to appoint one for you?
I have one.
Okay. Who is your attorney?
It'll be Bryce Durham.
Okay. That's fine. Did he know to be on today or he's just gonna pick it up after this court appearance?
He knows about it. I think he was supposed to be showing up here tonight, but I guess he thought I had a, in-person court date. So he's probably still out somewhere out in the lobby.
Okay. All right. I got you. All right. Very good. Well, we'll get this paperwork processed out and then, he should know how to get copies of everything for you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you. All right, what's your name, ma'am?
Carly Wilson.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe they just had a camera slip because they can't all be super tall,
All
right?
right, Miss Wilson, you were charged with 1 count, possession of marijuana, less than an ounce, and drug-related objects. Both misdemeanors, the bond is going to be 1,500 each, so your total bond is going to be $3,000. Okay. Are you going to be able to make that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Very good. Your next court date is going to be October the 11th, just in case you don't make it. But if you make it, you don't need to go to that court date. Okay. You don't have any other special conditions other than not to violate the law. Now, do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want me to appoint one for you?
You to appoint one.
Okay. All right, I will do that. Do you have any questions about your case?
I do not.
Okay, all right, thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
What would Mikey and Creed make me pause for, Raven? Also, yes, for weed, again, the cost to the system is incredible, but Dan is by the book, if anything, so he cannot dismiss that charge where it is not legal. This is in Georgia, Clayton County, Georgia. Yeah, Chris. Well, like I said, camera angles can be my friends, but apparently I'm thick, so. But I can bend, right? I proved that earlier.
Yeah.
Well, for her boobs or my boobs?
Hey, guys, do we have Willis?
Willis?
Teresa Willis?
They have to pause for the other boobs, but I got better ones here.
That's the fugitive.
Fugitive?
I've got it marked that she's a fugitive. How did she get a bond?
He got here. I said not active. It's not active. Not active for her, for Teresa Willis.
Maybe they came in. Okay, well, if she's not there, she's not there.
Yeah, she's not active in our system.
Okay, maybe they came to get her already.
Maybe.
Okay, all right, I'll make a note of it. Let me that is odd. Give me just a moment, sir.
Yes, sir. So who do we have coming? Who's on the line? Again. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna mark not in the system. So, all right, now we're on to the mails.
That's what she said.
All right, sir, what's your full name?
Antonio Aldrich, sir.
All righty, Mr. Aldridge. Sir, you are here on 1 count of burglary. That is a felony. The bond is going to be $10,000. If you are able to make that, you do not need to appear for your next court date. However, if you do not make that, your preliminary hearing will be set for October the 10th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Now, a special condition of your bond is that you do not return to the Chevron gas station located at 4578 Old Dixie Road. So if you need gas, if you need snacks, if you need anything, go somewhere else. Don't go to that location, okay?
If you need air in your wheelchair tires, don't go there. Does that mean that his properties that he allegedly robs are wheelchair accessible only? Wouldn't that be the weirdest case where they're like, all of these houses robbed, but they're all wheelchair ramp houses. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Hector. Free the Tatas, Jody. That's funny. Seriously. Do you think he's just in the wheelchair now? I don't get it. I don't know.
Because if you violate this bond condition, you're going to subject yourself to more charges and likely not get a bond. All right. Now you have an opportunity to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do? Okay. Do you have an address of where you live?
I can't remember right now, but I stay here.
What city do you live in?
Clayton County.
Okay. Are you currently employed? Are you married?
Chavez.
Have you ever been in the military before?
No, sir.
Okay.
Hi, Daylight. Beaver's
All right.
here.
Well, I'll tell you
Larry's
what,
here
I'm
too.
going to appoint one for you. Is that okay? All right. Very good. So, do you have any questions?
Yes.
What's your question?
What's signature bond?
No. Do you have any other questions?
No, they told me I could qualify with one.
No, I'm not going to give a signature bond on a burglary case. Okay.
Good, y'all. We'll take them on.
All right. Thank you.
No, don't stop right there. Oh, you gave us my face. I'm going to fix it.
Yeah. Y'all be patient. Let the deputies get everything situated, but we'll make sure it's right before the next person comes up. All right. What's your name, sir? Okay. Mr. Alexander. All right, sir. You are here on one misdemeanor count of criminal trespass and one misdemeanor count of battery. I am going to grant a bond on those charges. On the criminal trespass, it's going to be $1,000. On the battery, it's going to be $4,000. Now, I am going to have a special condition that you not have any contact with Deja, or, well, I'm pretty sure that's how you say her name, Deja Jones. Who is that to you?
That's my age.
Got it. And you guys, you do not live in the same residence, correct?
Not anymore, no.
Okay, very good. So just don't have any contact with her. Forget she exists, because she is going to equal jail to you. Okay. All right. Your next
I know
court
you
date
didn't
is going
mean
to be
my mess,
October the
boobs.
11th. If you do not bond out, if you do bond out, you don't need to appear for that court date. You have an opportunity to hire your own lawyer. Do you want to do that, or do you want me to appoint one for you?
I filled the application out for a court appointment.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions about your case? All right. Good luck to you. All right. What's your name, sir?
Danny Kane.
Give me just a second.
Sushina, get some garlic, take a clove, cut it in half, put it over top of the dental
All right,
area
Mr.
for tonight.
Kane, you are charged with one count of DUI less safe. That is a misdemeanor. I'm going to grant a bond of $5,000. Your next court date is going to be October the 11th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date, okay? Do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to appoint one for you? Okay. Let's see. Oh, you filled out everything except your signature, so I'm just going to write agreed on Zoom. Is that okay?
Okay, that'd be fine.
Okay. You might not have seen that line for your signature. That's okay. All right, do you have any questions?
Yes, I have one question. Am I granted for a signature line?
No, so let me go ahead and let everybody know. Nobody's getting a signature bond. That's not something that's gonna happen, okay? Because my view on that is if you're qualified for a signature bond, most likely you shouldn't have been arrested. And if there's a reason to dismiss a case, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna dismiss it. However, this is the first time I've ever done first appearance, and every single warrant, all of them have probable cause, okay? I usually dismiss 3 to 4 cases.
Tell us about it, Judge. Look at you ruining my goddamn game. People getting paperwork right. Seriously, he's being right. He normally dismisses like 3 to 4 cases. Okay, insert funny name. Would you like me to say it to insert funny name, or do you have another name request? It is another birthday. You know, we are a worldwide channel around here. And so I am going to sing for insert funny name. Every time I say that in my head, I automatically finish with here. IFN is fine, or you want me to say the whole thing? You got to be really, really clear with me. Also, we will keep watching because the game still exists without the dismissals, but damn. Um, Oh, this is, yeah. Oh, that's right, Raven. Sorry. September 25th. These are from September 25th, 2022. What happened was when I found Dismissal Dan, we started at the beginning of his catalog because I really like his stuff. And so we've become, you know, from the start, now we're getting into September, we're moving our way through. So I will sing very quickly for IFN and plug your ears ahead of time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear IFN, who leaves funny comments a lot. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a birthday. And if today's your birthday, somebody else, happy birthday. Look at that. People literally dropping like flies, and I don't care. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, let's see. I don't sing well. Maybe I have an auto tune thing on by accident, but I don't think I sing well.
Cases every single time, but all of you have the unfortunate luck of the officers did what they needed to do. So there's probable cause on every single case. I'm just as shocked as maybe some of you are, but there's not going to be a signature bond for anyone. Okay. For me, it's either a very low, reasonable bond or I'm dismissing it. All right. I appreciate the respectfulness and the willingness to ask, but the answer is going to be no. I have looked over everyone's charges. I have looked over the facts and circumstances. I've looked at people's criminals histories and things like that. And so I have to take all those into account when coming up with the bond amount. So I try to be very consistent in that. And I will say I've never given a signature bond. So I'm treating everyone exactly as I should be. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, let's see. Do you have any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. King. Good luck to you, sir.
Brown.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Brown.
All right, Mr. Brown. Looks like you are here on 2 counts of simple battery. Both of those are misdemeanors, and I am going to set a bond for you. For each count, the bond is going to be $2,500. So the total bond is going to be $5,000. Okay. Also, a special condition of your bond is to not have any contact with Latasha Smith. Who is that to you?
Thank you so much, Donna.
All right, well,
Appreciate you.
You guys are not living together, correct?
She rents from the same people I rent from.
I got it. Well, are y'all renting in the same location or a different location? All right. Well, as long as she's there, you can't be there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, if you need to get some items from the location that both of you rent from, you can go there with the piece of paper to the sheriff's office and tell them that you need to go and get your belongings. Okay. Just don't show up by yourself. The reason why the sheriff's department needs to go with you is so that she doesn't say that you did anything to her and you don't say she did anything to you. You're not violating your bond conditions and getting locked up. So it's for your own protection and for hers. Okay. Now your next court date is going to be on October the 11th. If you do not bond out, if you do bond out, you don't need to go to that court date. Okay. Now, do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want me to appoint one for you?
Appoint one, please.
Okay. Now, do you have any questions about your case?
Yeah, I was charged in Riverdale, so my case is gonna be in Riverdale Magistrate Court or?
No, Riverdale doesn't have a magistrate court. Riverdale doesn't even have a jail. Just because Riverdale police officers respond, they bring you to the county. Okay. So your case will be in the state court of Clayton County. So the courthouse is on Jonesboro Road. It's connected to the other side of the sheriff's office. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any other questions? No.
Is there a chance that my case can be resolved on that day?
You just need to speak with your lawyer. Once your lawyer meets with you, y'all can discuss what defenses you may have, what type of agreement you want to make to see if the prosecutor will bite on. But you'll need to discuss that with the lawyer. Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck to you. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Mellow Cook.
Okay, give me just 1 second, sir. All right, we've got Chavez continued to tomorrow. All right. Mr. Cook. Mr. Cook, you came in with another individual, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I got it. All right. Well, I'll address your charges first, and then we'll get to the other gentleman later on down the road. You are charged with 1 count of aggravated assault, 1 count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, actually 2 counts of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, possession of a weapon during commission of a crime, driving on suspended or revoked license, and a registration charge.
What if this guy was like the wheelchair pusher and his only involvement in the crime was pushing the gentleman to the burglary?
So you have the aggravated assault is a felony. The 2 drug charges are both felonies, and the weapons charge is a felony, and then the license and the registration are both misdemeanors. On the aggravated assault, I'm not going to grant a bond. On the 2 drug charges, the bond is going to be $3,000 each. The possession of a weapon charge is $2,000, and then the 2 misdemeanors are $1,500 each. But unfortunately for you, I'm not granting a bond on the aggravated assault charge. So that'll have to be revisited by you and your attorney in the DA's office on October the 10th. 2022 at 8:30 a.m., which is going to be your preliminary hearing date. Now, if you do get out on bond, then you're not to have any contact with Alonzo Woods. Now, do you want to hire? You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do? Okay. All right. All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
So no contact at all, like nothing, right? Like you said. No.
That's right. And he's not to have any contact with you either. So just so you know, you're the victim in his case. He's not supposed to be contacting you at all. All right. All right. Do you have any other questions?
So I'll be able to bond out on the other charge, but just the aggravated assault on that.
Yeah, you can go ahead and postpone on the other ones, but the aggravated assault's not gonna have one, so you'll be here on October the 10th. All right? All right, sir, good luck to you.
Voice Freeman. Voice Freeman.
Okay, Mr. Freeman, give me just a moment, sir. All right, sir, you are here on one count of misdemeanor obstruction and one count of display of a license plate cover. They're both misdemeanors. The bond on each one is going to be $1,000. All right. So your total bond is going to be $2,000, and just don't violate the law in any other ways. Your next court date is October the 11th. But if you bond out, you don't need to appear for that court date. Do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to appoint one for you?
Appoint one for me.
Okay.
There's no nickels.
All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
Yes, sir. So you said 2,000.
That's right. Yeah, 2,000.
Okay. Do you know when they're gonna post it, stuff like that?
Give us a couple of hours. I've got to sign all these things, scan them in, email them over, and then I know the sheriff's department works very quickly to get those set. So just sit tight. Don't get into any arguments with any other inmates or the staff, and you should be good. Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right, no problem. Good luck to you. All right, what's your name, sir?
Damon Harrison Smith.
All right. Mr. Harrison Smith, you are charged with one count of harassing phone calls. All right, let me see. I believe that is a misdemeanor. Just double check. Yep, it is. All right, so it's a misdemeanor. I am going to grant a bond of $4,000. Okay. Now, special conditions of your bond is to not have any contact with Sonia Payne. I don't know who that is to you. It's not very clear if you even know who this person is, but whether you know them or not, just don't call them, don't message them, don't drive by their residence, don't have any kind of contact with Sonia Payne. Okay. Also, please do not go back to 639 Garden Apartments. I'm not saying that you have gone there, but just don't go there. Okay. For whatever reason, they don't want you over there. They don't want you having anything to do with them. And so it looks like you don't live over there. So just forget that place exists, forget she's exists. Let your lawyer do their thing, and let this thing take care of itself. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. I just had a question earlier.
Give me 1 second. Hold on. I'm not done yet. And I'll give you an opportunity. Don't worry. Now, your next court date is going to be on October the 11th. If you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. Okay. And you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. Do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to appoint one for you?
You just appoint one, please.
I will. And if you change your mind later on down the road, that's fine. They'll know how to get themselves involved in the case. Now, what is your question?
Our question was yesterday they were saying I was gonna get an OR bond. OR.
Okay. Well, I don't know who told you that. Yeah. I don't know who told you that, but that turned out to not be true. So.
Well, because they had called. What he just said. All right. How much is the bond, sir?
4,000.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you. All right. What's your name, sir?
DR Jackson.
Okay. Mr. Jackson, you are charged with one count of simple assault, which is a misdemeanor offense. I am going to grant a bond of $2,000, okay? Now, you have special condition on yours. Who is Natalie Jackson to you?
My wife.
Got you, okay. Do you all have children together?
She's pregnant now. Yes, sir.
Okay, and on your application, it says that you have children, 2 children under the age of 18, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, is that with Miss Natalie Jackson or someone else?
Well, they're my stepkids, but they live in the home with us.
I see, I got you. Okay. Hold tight for me real quick, okay? I want to look at something, just want to double and triple check on it before.
Could he be trying to find a D here? What are we got? What are we looking for? Raj, it looks like it hurts.
All right.
Woohoo, MB! Larry, move, please. Judge is seriously like looking for something. Jonathan, you too, Tomas. Wait, where's? Oh yeah. Hi, Charles.
Okay. All right, Mr. Jackson. Looks like you've been relatively good in the past decade. However, I did confirm there was an incident back in 2010, so I'm going to put that you cannot have any contact with Natalie Jackson at this time. Okay. Now, you know, if you have children, you can still have contact with them. That's not a problem. And I am going to put in your bond order that you may go to the sheriff's department to collect any belongings that you wish to collect. Okay. But as long as she's there at the address where she's living on Kendrick Road, then just don't go back to that address while she's there. Okay. If she moves out and you want to move in, that's fine. No problem. But just don't show up with with a piece of paper saying the judge said I can come back. Make sure you do it the right, proper legal way. Okay. Yeah, give me just a second. Now, your next court date is going to be on October the 11th. If you bond out, you don't have to go to that court date. Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
Do an appointment, please.
Okay, I will do that for you, Mr. Jackson. Now, do you have any questions?
Yes, I just want to make sure I understood what you mentioned about. So when I make bond, I can go I have to get my belongings. Do I have to go through a process to do that?
That's correct. Yes, the process is that you'll go to the sheriff's department. There's a window that they have when they process you out. There's a back hallway right there. You go to that window and you show them and say, hey, I need to make arrangements to go and get my belongings. And they will set you up with the time that will, and an escort. So there's no problems between you and anyone at the residence. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
And the bond is 2,000, correct?
Let me see. That's right. That's correct.
All right, thank you.
All right. Good luck to you.
Your name out of property, okay? Your name out of property.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Jasper Phillips. How you doing?
Good, sir. Give me just a moment. Let me get your paperwork, okay? Wait a minute. You said it's Jasper Phillips?
Philip Jasper?
Or I'm sorry, that's right. It says that you were already bonding out. Did you have somebody post your bond already?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well then, there's nothing for me to do because I don't have your paperwork. So you should be getting out soon. Just hold tight, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Good luck to you, man.
All right, thank you.
Next up.
What's your name, sir?
I am Paul.
I am
Hold on one
cold.
second.
Seriously, I think he said, I am cold.
All right, give me that name one more time.
I am Paul. HAYYANBRAWL.
Oh, okay. Got it. One second, sorry. All right, Mr. Paul, you are charged with one count of battery, simple battery. That is a misdemeanor. It is going to be a bond of $2,500. Habat Paul, is that your spouse?
That's my sister.
Your sister, okay. Do you all live in the same residence together?
We do.
Okay. Do y'all live with family or do y'all two just live together?
It's me, her, and my mother.
Got it. Okay. Do you have somewhere else that you can go?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So just like the last gentleman, don't have any contact with your sister until your case is over with, okay? Or another judge changes your bond. All right. Now you can go get your stuff from the residence. Just make sure you do it through the sheriff's department. So we ensure that there are no issues, right? Just don't show up there saying the judge said I could come and do it. You have to follow the proper procedure, okay? Now your next court date is going to be on October the 11th, okay? If you bond out, you don't need to go to that court date. Now you have the opportunity to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
Could you appoint one for me?
Sure.
And you said my bond was $2,500, correct?
Yes, sir. That is correct. All right. Do you have any questions? Okay. Just make sure you don't have any contact with your sister till your case is resolved. All right. All right. All right. What's your name, sir?
James Reed.
Okay, we have more mismatched stripes here, guys. I apologize. I don't know what happened. Why didn't anybody know how to do their shirts up? That's not happened before. We've not, I think we would have pointed it out. Y'all were very quick to point that out.
The third.
Okay. Give me just a second, Mr. Reed. I need to step away for just like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Give me one moment, please.
His polyjuice potion is wearing off.
All right, I apologize for the inconvenience. Let's see, Mr. Reed. You are here on one count of simple battery, which is a misdemeanor. I'm going to grant a bond of $2,000, and one count of terroristic threats, which is a felony. The bond is $3,000. So your total bond is going to be $5,000. Okay. Now, you're not to have any contact with Tyrenia Malcolm. Who is that to you?
Nobody. I didn't even know her name. That's my baby's mom's son's girlfriend.
Got it. All right. All right. So it shouldn't be any issue for you to just stay away from her. Don't have any contact. Just make sure. Yeah. Now here's an important thing in a situation like this. There's no restriction on her. So if it's your baby, if it's the relationship that you just laid out for me, if she shows up at your place, it's your place, right? She can do that. Okay. So that's a conversation that you need to have with your family about bringing her around you, because she won't get in trouble. You will. Okay. So
I got my own place. I don't live with them.
okay. All right. No problem. No worries. Good deal. I just want to make sure that I'm very clear, because I don't want you to get in any more trouble. Okay. All right. Now, your next court date is October the 10th. If you bond out, you don't have to worry about going to that. Okay. Now, do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want to have me appoint one?
I can't afford it. I need to appoint one.
Okay. I will do that for you, Mr. Reed. All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Say your name loud and proper. Hey, Robinson.
All right, Mr. Robinson, not Robinson, Mr. Robertson. You are charged with one count of battery and one count of cruelty to children in the third degree. They're both misdemeanors. On the battery, the bond amount is going to be $3,500. On the cruelty to children misdemeanor is going to be $1,500. So your total bond is $5,000. Okay. You're not going to have any contact with Aranya Ferguson. Is that your child's mother?
No, it's just a friend.
Okay, got it. All right, well, don't be friends with her until your case is resolved or a judge changes the bond conditions, okay? She doesn't exist in your world, all right? And you all do not live together, is that correct?
Right.
Okay, good.
You guys, okay, doesn't this right over here look like a tiny little person? You can't see my mouse. Right up, like, to the guy's shoulder. Do you see that? He looks super tiny. Oh, I'm such a child. Hi, Ron. How are you doing today? Portola. That was funny, by the way, the comment about Ross. We don't have Ross Dress for Less in Canada, but we all know what it is.
You all do not live together, is that correct?
Right.
Okay, good. Good deal. Then your next court date is going to be on October the 11th, but if you bond out, you don't need to appear for that court date, okay? Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
You can appoint one, please.
Okay.
You gotta please.
All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you.
Go back.
All right. What's your name?
Julian Rockingham.
Me a rockin' hair.
Okay. Mr. Rockingham.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you are here. Looks just like you're here on some traffic offenses. Too fast for conditions, and they're all misdemeanors. Too fast for conditions is 500, reckless driving is 1,500, improper lane change is 500, and racing on streets or highways is 1,500. Are you the one that was driving the? Okay, gotcha. All right, Mr. Rockingham. I did grant a bond. Your total bond is, let's see, 1515 is 3, 55 is 1, 3 plus 1 is 4. Your total bond is $4,000, okay?
Okay.
All right. The only other special condition of bond is to not violate the laws. And I don't know whether the allegations against you are true or not. I just have the warrants, but you're a grown up, you're a mature adult. This isn't something that you need to be getting arrested for, okay? I understand, boys will be boys and cars are fun sometimes, but they're also very dangerous. And I would consider yourself, even though you got arrested on traffic offenses, I would still consider you very lucky because, I do this part-time and I do personal injury law. And I see a lot of cases where people end up getting into really bad wrecks, very serious things that you don't want to see, man. I'm just telling you. And so you may have a very good driving record, but it only takes one time to make a mistake, and you're looking at charges that keep you here with no bond. Okay, so just be very careful out there, sir. Be very, very careful out there. It's a great responsibility. Those cars are 3,000, 5,000 pounds. They're not meant to collide, okay? Now, you have an opportunity or the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
I can't afford it right now, so I'm gonna need you to appoint one if it's possible.
Okay, it is possible, and I will grant that request for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, now, do you have any questions about your case, Mr. Rockingham?
Will I be able to drive? Like, can I still currently drive?
As long as you have a valid driver's license, yes. I mean,
okay.
Again, I'm assuming that you have a valid license now. How all this ends up in the back end and how you resolve your case, I don't know what your driving history is like, okay? So I would suggest that you do some research into that and talk to your lawyer, okay?
Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you. Please be safe and don't come back, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. What's your name?
Devontae Saucier.
All right.
Devontae Saucier?
Back-to-back traffic offenses. All right, sir. Your charges are driving on suspended license, which is a misdemeanor, and speeding 20 miles per hour over. The bond on the license charge is $1,500. The bond on the speeding is $500. So your total bond is $2,000. Okay. Your next court date is October the 11th. But if you make that bond, you don't need to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
You go appoint one.
Okay. All right, Mr. Saucier, just like I told the other gentleman, just be very careful when you're out here driving, all right? And make sure that you get your license situation cleared up, because if you keep getting pulled over, even if it's not your own fault, somebody could hit you and police come out and check your license status, and you guess what? You get taken to jail for something somebody else did to you. I've seen it way too many times. So get that taken care of. That way you can drive legitimately, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Rumpelstiltskin?
Brian Stallworth.
All right. Mr. Steinwart, you are charged with one felony count of burglary. Again, that is a felony. I am going to grant a bond in your case. The bond is going to be $18,000. As part of your bond, you're not to have any contact with Johnny or Jahani Gutierrez. I'm assuming you don't even know who that person is, do you? Okay, very good. Also, do not return back to 393 Thomas. So just make sure you don't go back to that address. Your next court date is going to be October the 10th for a preliminary hearing, and there they can discuss with the DA's office possible resolution of your case or modify your bond. Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
Appointment with former, please.
Okay. All right. And Mr. Steinwart, have you ever been in the military, sir?
No.
Got it. Okay. Do you have anywhere to go if you were able to bond out?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
No.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right. What's your name, sir?
Hi, I'm Prince Stevens.
Okay. All right, sir. You are here on one count of shoplifting, which the total amount would make it a felony, and then also simple assault misdemeanor. I am going to grant bond. The shoplifting is going to be $5,000 and the assault is going to be $7,000. So the total amount is going to be $12,000. Okay. Now you do have special conditions of your bond to not return back to the Macy's located at 1500 South Lake Circle in Morrow, Georgia. So if you need to do some shopping or get some items, just make sure you don't return to that location. Okay. Also, to not have any contact with Andriana Hardnett. I'm assuming you don't even know who that person is, correct?
I'm assuming it's the female that tried to apprehend me that I returned the property to.
That's right. That's right. So because you don't know her, it's going to be very easy for you not to be around her, right? Because you don't have any type of relationship with her. So as long as you stay away from that location, you shouldn't run into her. But for whatever reason, if you're out and about and you see that person, just make sure you don't go near them. Okay. All right. Your next court date is going to be on October the 10th. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
Before that, could I say something about my charges? Oh, no.
I wouldn't. I do not advise you to do that. Let me ask you this. Let's figure out your lawyer situation, and then I'll ask you if you have any questions. Okay.
All right. Yes, sir. I would like for you to appoint me one, please, sir.
Okay. Are you currently employed?
Yes.
Okay. Approximately how much money do you earn per month?
I just started the job, but I make $18 an hour. So if I had to guess, I'll make about $1,000 or somewhere between 1,000.
Okay. Are you currently married?
No, I'm single at the moment.
Okay. Do you have any children?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you ever served in the military?
Only military school.
Got it. Okay. All right. So I am going to grant your request and appoint you an attorney. Now's the opportunity for you to ask a question. But remember what I said. If you start talking about the facts of your case, the DA's office could pull this video up. And if you start talking real reckless and talking about things that you shouldn't talk to, they're going to use it against you. Okay.
I understand it. I just wanted to show that crookedness in my situation was my buddy was too high. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I understand. I just want to say something too. I just want to say something to him. That's it. It's about my freedom.
Hey, Mr. Prince, Stevens Prince, let me tell you something. The bond is set. Okay. You may think that you can make a compelling argument, right? But I've looked at the evidence. I've looked at the criminal histories. I've taken everything into consideration. Okay. So And there's not going to be anything that you're going to be able to tell me that's going to make me change my mind. What you can do though is through your attorney, have them file a motion for bond reconsideration and go through that legal process. If you want to do that, I would suggest you go speak with an attorney, right? Get a hold of them and do it that way. Now you can always do it yourself as well, but this isn't the place to talk about why your bond should be lower, why you're here improperly and things like that, okay? Do you understand? Okay, all right. Now, with that being said, do you have a question about your next court date, your bond, or the special conditions?
The special conditions, I have a problem about that.
Well, I don't care if you have a problem about it. I just want to know if you have a question about it.
Oh, well, no, I have no question, sir.
Okay, all right. Good luck to you.
Right now, authorized, I have problems.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Kelvin Strong, sir.
All right, Mr.
Strong.
Strong. Let's see. Mr. Strong, you are charged with one count of obstructing a tag cover, brake light violation, and violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act. All right. The bond on the traffic offenses is $500 each, and the bond on the violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act is $3,000. So your total bond is $4,000. Okay. Your next court date is going to be on October the 10th. And if you make your bond, you don't have to appear for that court date. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do, sir?
You can appoint one for me.
Okay. I will do that. Do you have any questions about your case?
No.
All right, Mr. Strong, good luck to you.
All right.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Austin Van Valen.
All right. Mr. Van Valen. All right, sir, you are charged with one count of reckless driving misdemeanor. The bond is going to be $5,000. One count, oh, I'm sorry, that's a felony. Back that up. One count of reckless driving, felony, bond is $5,000. One count of fleeing and eluding from a police officer, felony, the bond is $5,000. Improper lane change, the bond is $500. And red light or traffic violation, the bond is $500. Okay. So your total bond is $11,000 total. Okay. Your next court date is on October the 10th at 11:30 a.m. If you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
I hire my own attorney.
Okay. Do you have one already, or you're just going to?
I'm going to.
Okay, that's fine. So when you do that, just make sure that they file the appropriate paperwork in your case so that the court knows that you're going to be represented, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir. All right, what's your name, sir?
Michael Watson, sir.
Okay, Mr. Watson, you are charged with one count of theft by shoplifting. It is a felony because of the amount of the items. So your next court date is going to be on October the 10th. I am going to grant a bond in the amount of $4,000. Okay. Now, special condition of your bond is to not go back to 2034 Mount Zion Road in Morrow, which is the Home Depot. So just stay away from that store completely. Okay. Again, the bond is going to be $4,000. Your next court date is on October the 10th. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
I just got laid off of work, so I need an attorney, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will grant that request and appoint one for you. Now, do you have any questions about your bond or your case?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck to you, sir. All right, sir, what's your name? All right, Mr. Whitaker, you are charged with one count of DUI less safe, which is a misdemeanor. Bond is going to be $3,500. One count of open container state violation, that is going to be $500. Improper lane change, $500, and possession of marijuana less than an ounce, misdemeanor, $1,500. So your total bond is going to be 3, 4, 5. Let me make sure I do this correctly. 2. So your total bond is going to be $6,000. Okay. Now your next court date is going to be October the 11th at 8:30. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do, sir? Appoint one for me. Okay. I will do that. Do you have any questions about your bond or your case? I was just wondering if it's possible that I have my bond lower for financial hardship. It's already low for a DUI, and I can't really get much lower on the other charges. Because if you go too low, the bonding companies won't even touch you because there's no money for them to make. So unfortunately, the answer to that question is going to be no. Do you have any other questions? No, sir. Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right. What's your name, sir? Okay. Mr. Woods, you were here, and you're the victim of Mr. Romello, correct? Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Well, you have your own case. Oh, Mr. Romello Cook, that's right. You are charged with one count of criminal damage in the second degree, which is a felony offense. I am going to grant a bond of $2,000. Okay. You're not to have any contact with Mr. Cook. Now, he's not supposed to have any contact with you either. So y'all just stay away from each other. Don't look at each other. Don't message each other. Just don't do anything. You go your way and he doesn't exist, and he's going to go his way and you don't exist. Okay. Sure. All right. Your next court date is going to be October the 10th, but if you bond out, you don't need to appear for that court date. Okay. Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do? You appoint one for me. Yes, sir. I will do that for you. Now, do you have any questions about your bond or your case? No, sir. Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right. Now are we gonna take Mr. Nichols?
Nichols.
Nichols is in isolation.
Isolation, monkeypox, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Got it. Okay. All right. That's all that I have, gentlemen.
All right. You have a good one, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. I'll send over the documentation shortly.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Judge, for another well-executed bond court. That's all we can really call it. I mean, it's a well-executed bond court, if anything, right? Guys, I love you all so, so much. I appreciate you all. I'm so thankful for you being here, for taking the time out of your busy days. Hold on. It's supposed to be me getting right size. Taking the time out of your busy days to join me in my kitchen while we watch court. No D's this time, MB. That's a sad night for everybody when you don't get the big D. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate you all. Life is absolutely too short to get offended over nothing or to not take chances. So I want you to remember that I love you and I'm proud of you. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Oh, and don't be a dick. Give the like a click. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow.
And Larry Beaver says, bye.